welcome back. We're going to be looking at a slightly more complicated function that we need to take the derivative of. And it's kind of a function within a function, and how do you treat it? We have a special rule for it called the chain rule. And it's when you have, say, an f of g of x situation. And a lot of times it's easier to just look at an example so that we know how to connect the dots and what means what. So let's take this blue part here, we'll put it up on top, and then we'll say, okay, take the derivative of this function. And what this is an f of g of x. You've seen situations before where we have y equals x to the fifth. You know how to handle that. But it's kind of like this part is going to be that there raised. So let's continue. Let's divide these things up, identify what's what, and set up our solution here. So here we go. We need to know what g of x is. Okay, just like this little formula up here that we will be using. So the g of x is going to be this part right here. So let's continue. What do we need to do now? We have our g of x identified. The g prime will be very simple. The derivative of 2x plus 1 will just be 2. Get to that shortly. Let's take the next step here. Okay, y prime, because that's what we're after. We need to substitute in this. We'll need to take the derivative of this and put it there. Then we'll have to do this part, okay? And that's where the 5 will come in. Remember, like when we had a situation like this, and we would say that y prime was equal to, in that case, 2x, okay? And, actually, this is reduced by one step. We have a similar situation here when dealing with that to the power of 5, okay? So let's see how that works out. There we go. As you can see, this 5 came down in front and was reduced by 1. That's exactly what happened right here, okay? Can you see that? If not, pause, maybe even rewind and watch it again, okay? It's really important, and it's has to do with the chain rule and just following this formula there, okay? So let's clean this up. Let's take the next step because we can still simplify it a bit. And there we go. So when we are done and cleaned up, we see that we have our y prime. We see that we have still the original part of the g of x there, but we have taken the derivative and put a g prime there, and that's where the 2 came from. The 2 got multiplied together by the 5 to give us the 10, and then we have our answer. So just to clean things up a bit here, there. Wasn't so bad, was it? Hope that helps. See you next time.